This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visit of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise and with storms and tempests and the flame of devouring fire. Shabbat Shalom. I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And I'll say shalom, Shabbat Shalom to y'all Akim out there. And as I bring out these, news articles, about a storm, I believe is about to hit Mexico. And this is a news article from the New York Times. This was recently. It's a Argada. Now a hurricane heads to the Mexican coast. The storm was packing winds of 110 miles per hour, as threatening to unleash as much as 20 inches of rain in some parts in southern Mexico, forecast says. Right, this is published on the 29th of May 2022 and updated at I meant to say it was published May the 28th 2022 and updated on May the 29th 2022 at 11:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It says Hurricane Arda, the first named storm this year in the eastern Pacific, intensifies rapidly on Sunday, packing up to 110 miles per hour and heavy rains that threatens to unleash potential fatal floods and mudslides, which made landfall in Mexico on Monday, the National Hurricane Center says. Argada, which was upgraded from tropical storm on Sunday, has sustained winds that exceeded the threshold for a Category 2 hurricane. Forecasters said it was expected to become a major hurricane within maximum sustains of 111 miles per hour or greater before it reached the coast of southern Mexico on Monday afternoon or evening. The Mexico state of Oaxaca could be as much as 16 inches of rain, with isolated amounts of 20 inches, the Central said on Sunday night. The center issued a hurricane warning, meaning that the life and properties should be rapidly protected for roughly 160 miles of the Oaxacan coast, from the city of Santa Cruz to the Nogales de Chacalo, if I pronounced that right, Salakia, the national park says. It says a storm surge is expected to produce extremely dangerous coastal floodings in areas onshore. Winds near to the east, where Central of Araja makes landfall. The Central said near the coast, the surge will accompanied by large destructive waves. It says a tropical storm radar moving slowly off southern Mexico on Saturday. It was upgraded to a hurricane on Sunday. Storms originating in the eastern Pacific generally do not reach the United States, as hurricane said Dennis Feltgen, a meteorologist and a spokesperson for the Hurricane Center on Saturday. It says the samples applies to the garden. He added that though it added that if the storms survive its track across Mexico, then its remnant of could emerge into the Gulf of Mexico. So, I was bringing out the book of Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be of the Lord of hosts with storms and thunders and flames of devouring fire, and which we are, was seen with this first ever hurricane, which has been reported of this year of 2022, And I was reading through the article. It was saying parts of southern Mexico is going to receive heavy rains, heavy mudslides as it's entering in the from Saturday all the way into Sunday, and it's going to hit with a category 2, I believe, and the high packing winds of 110 miles, and it's going to have a large amount of rain along with it as well too. And then this is another article from mentioned about earthquakes in diverse places. Let me go to it. Salakia. And this is a magnitude of an earthquake. Which is moderate. A moderate magnitude of 4.6 earthquake. KM south of Cromrunga, Colombia. Yeah. So yeah, which is a 4.6 magnitude earthquake. And in the last days, you've been seeing an increase of these magnitudes of earthquakes as well too. You're gonna see some that's like 4.6, 5.0, 5.5, 5.7, 5.9, 6.0, 6.3, 6.4, or 6.7, or even close to a 7.0 magnitude earthquakes, because you're gonna see more increase of these in the last days as well too. And I'm gonna bring out one more. Slovakia. Yeah, I believe it's one more. Right, because that one, the one I was about to bring up, it was one in Iran too. Yep, and this is another one. This is a 4.1 earthquake strikes near Sharpal-e Zahab, Kermanshah Province, Iran. And it says an earthquake of magnitude of a 4.1 occurred early morning of Monday, May the 30th, 2022 at 5:23 a.m. 5:23 a.m. local time. It says Providence, Iran, reported by the European Meteorologists and Mycology Centre, the EMSC. According to the preliminary data, the quake was located a very shallow depth of 2 kilometers. Shallow of earthquakes are felt more strongly than deeper ones that they are closer to the surface. The exact ones by the closer to the surface. The exact magnitude, epicenter depth of the quake might be revisited in the next few hours or minutes. Of seismologists reveal data of the refine their calculation, or as an agencies issue that report. It says, based on the preliminary sensor data, that the quake should not have caused any significant damage, but probably felt by many people as the lights vibrates in the area of the epicenter. And it says the weakening shake might have a felt in Sharpal, which is in Iran. Other towns or cities in the epicenter where the quake might have been felt as very weak shaking, including. So you're gonna see these many different things occur in these last days with the increase of these earthquakes, earthquakes in diverse places, these heavy storms, heavy floodings, and it's gonna be like this approach around the world as well too, and I'm gonna bring it out again for edification's sake. So yeah, you're gonna expect to see more of these increase of high magnitudes of earthquakes in diverse places around the world, and it's going to get back to magnitudes of a 6.0 earthquake, 6.1, 6.3, 6.5, 6.7, like I mentioned, and getting close to 7.0. It's gonna reach that point again, even though it's kind of slowed down a little bit. But I expect to see more of the increase of these earthquakes in diverse places, the high magnitudes of these, And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6. And I'm reading this again for edification's sake of this lesson. In verse 6 in the book of Isaiah, through the Holy Scripture, it reads, "Thou shalt be visit of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes," which those two articles that I just brought up from Iran and from Colombia, and with great noise and storms, which is that hurricane Argda. It's Argda, I believe. It increased to category 2, and it's going to enter in from Saturday on into Sunday. And it's going to hit the coast of south of Mexico, I believe, and continue on with the reading of the Holy Scriptures. And with storms and tempests and flames of devouring fire, right? You're going to see a lot of wildfires as well too, you know, especially during in the summertime as well too, you know, as they entering the summertime, because you're gonna have some real record-breaking high heat weather in the West Coast and probably down south and throughout the United States, as we are approaching summer, And I'll bring out the book of, and this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 11. In verse 11, a precept. This is a precept to the book of Isaiah 29 and 6. Luke 21:11, verse 11, through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famine and pestilence and fearful sightings and great signs shall there be from heaven." Right, because the increase of the earthquakes in diverse places, One more scripture, then I'm going to close it out. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 18. In verse 18, in the book of Revelations through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "And there were voices and thunders and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such was not seen since men were upon the earth, so mighty in the earthquake that is so great," right? You're going to see these tremendous earthquakes in these last days as well too. Even though, we've been seeing like a 6.0 earthquakes and 7.0 magnitudes, or 4.4, 4.5, 4.9, or 5.0. But, we're going to see an increase in magnitudes of great cause of damage of these earthquakes in diverse places around the world. Hey, it's going to get to a point you're going to see increase of a magnitude of an earthquake close to at least 8 or 9 magnitude, or even close to 10, So, you're gonna see that in these last days, even though we might not seeing it right now. You're gonna see some strong, great earthquakes like we never seen ever before in our lives. Even though we're so used to accustomed of hearing and seeing about, these earthquakes, but it's gonna increase, more and more in these last days. These heavy floodings, heavy mudslides, and these earthquakes around the world, it's going to increase more and more and more, So with that, this lesson was edifying. The spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. That be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom, Shabbat shalom, and the ball.